Hey, it's Jessica Pearson from BeSkinnyByTomorrow.com, and this is Daniel Pearson,
hello.
From BeSkinnyByTomorrow.com, and from my house. So we are here, and we are talking today about...
how to sell.
No. What are you saying?
How to sell.
No. How to close with...
How to sell. How to close the deal.
How to close the deal with distributors and loyal customers.
Yeah.
Are you talking over me? What's
Nope,
happening here?
absolutely not, darling.
What is happening?
Or you. So hey, and this goes for not just our It Works Global business.
It goes for any.
This is anything. So how to close. People ask us all the time. How do you get loyal customers? How do you get customers
sign
in general?
them up? How do you blah blah?
How do you get distributors to sign up underneath you? Part of your team. Blah blah blah.
You want to know the secret?
Yep.
I'm going to tell you the secret.
Yeah. How do you close somebody?
Ask me that again.
How do you close somebody?
You need to be in the
Just
camera
drop
so I don't.
So, how do you close a loyal customer?
I don't try to close them. That's how I close a loyal customer.
Yep.
Ask me the other question.
How do you close a distributor?
I don't try to close them.
Nope.
I don't do it. That's it. There's the video. There you
Done.
go.
Well, it's been lovely
been
chatting.
lovely.
Yes. Bye for now. No, it's so true. The worst thing in the world. This will be a fantastic way of explaining this because nearly everybody has come across this. You go into a car dealership. Boom, they're on you. What do you want to do? Run away. Nobody wants that. They're trying to sell. I've been to some car dealerships where they've just been like, yep, here it is. There you go, mate. Have a look.
If you want
Lovely.
it, you want it. If you don't, oh well.
Basically, yeah, they're not going to try and sell you on it. You might not know some of the finer details about that car. I mean, I'm a car person, so I would. But the average person, they might be able to point out certain things to you, but they're not literally trying to sell you on everything. It might be just that, in case you didn't know, this has such and such. Oh, it does? Oh, lovely. But they're not trying to go through.
I love your little combos with yourself. It's really, it does? Oh, lovely.
Oh, thanks. But, you get the gist of where I'm going with it.
Yeah. You shouldn't have to sell.
Yeah.
Especially this, let's talk about It Works. This product, the number one
Sells
product,
itself.
the wraps, sells itself. Your results should be selling themselves.
You know what is putting them off? You.
Ooh.
Because you're not selling a product, you're selling yourself.
Yeah.
You either haven't shown them enough photos, you haven't been enthusiastic enough, because there's another thing. You're going into it all. Here's how we go into it. We're helping you out.
Yeah.
How many customers have come back and been like, praise the Lord that you came into my life. These are amazing. Thank you so much. Most people go into it like, hey, you interested in some wraps? Thinking that, they're doing you a favor because you're going to earn a commission from it, which you are, but you're going into it the wrong mindset. You need to be going into it like, this is helping you out. Big time. You're going to be so thankful.
That's literally how I sign loyal customers and distributors, or
but
even
it's
just
that
get people
energy.
interested.
It's that confidence. Like, you're going to buy this.
Yeah,
it's amazing.
I literally go into it like every conversation. If you don't buy from me, I don't care. You're
if
not
somebody says,
ruining my life.
I'm not sure about being a distributor. I'm not sure.
All right, well then goodbye.
Really? Okay.
Goodbye.
Have you seen what it's done for everyone in this business?
I don't sit there and rattle off a list of, but you need to be a distributor because blah blah blah. No. That should be unspoken.
There are certainly some areas that you need to not sell them on, but educate them on. You've got to give them the information.
Yes.
Don't give them everything, though. Bear in mind that, what do they say? A confused mind switches off.
Is that what they say?
They do.
Did you say that, or is that what they say?
Nope, that's what they say. And
who are they?
I knew you were going to say that. So they say it. They clever people out there that came up with that phrase.
Those British people.
Probably. Definitely. So bear that in mind. I'm not saying don't tell everybody to try and scam them into stuff, but I certainly know that if I've gone into something where I'm trying to purchase something, in all fairness, I don't need to know everything. Just the highlights. Them are good. Cliff notes, done. In all fairness, is all you need. You try to spew off everything, and the person gets confused. So only answer the questions that they ask. I mean, obviously, if it's, you know, I'm not saying hide stuff from them. If it's stuff that you really feel they genuinely need to know, but if they ask you a question, answer it. Don't just like run into, you know, a huge novel of information on it.
And a very important thing to remember is don't be desperate. You might not even think that you're desperate, but you come across as desperate.
Oh, the second you do that.
To another person.
Yep.
Because of how you're trying to get them to buy. Especially in the beginning, everybody's like,
oh, everyone's desperate.
I need these loyal customers.
Yeah, of course.
I need these distributors.
You're desperate for your business to,
I want to be a Ruby. I want to blah, 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 right? But like, what you have to remember is that how you're talking to people will absolutely, you don't have to say I'm desperate for people to think that you are desperate. It comes across in your energy and the words that you use and how you use them. Yep. So it is extremely important to remember that when people ask me, how do you close LCs and DTs? The number one thing I tell them, besides I don't try to, is that I'm confident. It does not shake me if I sign them or I don't sign them. And I put that across to them, like, look, if you don't want to buy it, don't buy it.
Here's what we found. Not everybody's going to purchase, and not everyone's going to purchase right away.
Nope.
You might talk to somebody, and they might need to have a conversation with you 2 or 3 times before they're ready. Then you might come across somebody who might need 10 conversations or might need 10 months. They need to process it. Because that's the thing. This product, you know, I'm talking about wraps, obviously the signature product, it's a little bit mind-boggling. It's like it's magic. People need to they need to let it run through their heads a bit and just figure it out.
Mostly greens.
You know, but most people, it's like, wow. So it's timing. So if somebody's chatting to us and they're not ready, then they're not ready. It's like, okay.
You know what,
you can say that to them. You know how great that is to say to somebody? Have a think. Because they're like, oh, well, okay.
Yeah, you know what I don't do when they're not ready? I don't harp on it. Yeah. I don't harass them. Yeah. I don't message them a week later. Hey, you ready yet? Hey, I know we talked about that product that you were thinking about, but...
This is what happens. If you do somewhat strong arm somebody into purchasing some products before they're...
What did you just say?
Strong arm somebody into it before they're completely...
Sometimes I don't even understand what he says, so...
Still,
to this day.
They are... what they'll do is that they're going to go through, yep, they've purchased. Those wraps are going to come in, they're going to put them in a drawer. They're going to forget about them.
Oh my God, do you know how many people buy the wraps after, oh my God, I'm so excited, I'm so excited. And then a month later, they're still sitting in their drawer. They haven't even touched them yet.
I've heard from people, not our customer, I can't remember when it was exactly, but she was like, yeah, I've got like 6 months worth of boxes. They just keep on coming. I put them in my drawer. Yeah. I'm scared to use them.
I'm scared to use them.
Like, because she's not like, you know, it hasn't sort of...
What?
Yeah. So...
people blow my mind.
And you might be like, oh great, yeah, but I got a sale. But here's the thing. Your business runs on word of mouth. Correct. Big time. Correct. Big time. You got to imagine yourself as a little mum and pop shop.
A little one. A little one.
Not big one, little.
Not big one, little.
And you know, these little businesses, really small businesses, they run on word of mouth. Mm-hmm. You know, a lot of the time it's all word of mouth. So you want somebody to have amazing results and then tell their friends. So,
and the way to do that is by not being that distributor that is desperate and clingy and needy and, you know, that just literally goes into it trying to sign them without trying.
You know what, the other thing that happens subconsciously is we think to ourselves, well, if they're so great, why are they so desperate to sell them?
Exactly.
You know, because if this thing is amazing, it will sell itself, which it is. You sell yourself, you sell your results. People come to
I'm so glad you said that, because this, and I tell my team this all the time, this is what I mean when I talk about like human psychology and how it's so linked with this business and any network marketing business, but any business in general.
Yeah.
But with, you know, just sometimes all it takes is like one word tweak, and that'll change what your audience is feeling from you.
Yep.
From negative to not so negative, or whatever the case may be. For example, okay, this is why I'm not into, and you'll never see me personally post about, I need 10 models for blah, 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 or I need 10 people to try these products. Stop saying I need. because you don't need anybody for a product like this. You could say, I'm looking for. You can say, I have openings for, but not I need. It's little things like that where, you know, I've had people tell me that they've messaged potential loyal customers or distributors and use that word, need. Hey, I really need to know, you know, if you're going to buy this today or what. You don't need that. That is full on desperation, especially. So think about the words that you're using as well. You know, like there's no perfect script for this stuff. There's nothing like that. Just be yourself, but make sure that you really look at the words that you're using. Because honestly, sometimes all it takes is just one tweak of one word. You take out that word need and you change it with I'm looking for. That completely changes
It's that
the
desperation
vibe
thing too, isn't it?
of that post
And it's
or
also
that
how
message.
you're going into, like I mentioned, we feel like we help people rather than the other way around. Same with, you know, people who sign up to be a distributor. You're not doing me a favor.
Yeah, I'm doing you a favor.
I'm doing you a favor.
You don't want to take
Just
me up
like
on it.
the person who introduced us to it did us a favor. Massive favor. Cannot tell you how thankful we are for that, right?
Yes, thank
Massive
you.
favor.
Thank you for that.
So bear that in mind. You know, that's the same with, you know, customers or potential distributors. You're not trying to sell them on it. They because like I mentioned, you need to give them the right information. You know, but don't like try and sell them. You know, they'll be ready when they're ready as well. You know, that all on this topic for now.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that. I mean, that literally. You want to know how I sign or how I close with loyal customers and distributors? It's by not.
And along those
trying
lines, you will want to follow us and subscribe to this channel.
Oh, I was like, where are you going with this?
Because we do give out a lot of information. There are many people that kind of look at it as, oh, you're giving away trade secrets as such. No, not really. Don't feel like that. You know, it's
Good
not,
job.
No.
Where are you
So
going
yeah,
with this?
so I'm just telling people, you know,
You want to subscribe.
you will want to subscribe, definitely.
Subscribe.
Thank you. Yeah. I know it's right. It's like I've put a little,
A
something in my
little-
tea.
little
Well, I haven't,
something.
but something. Yeah.
All right. So,
Yeah. So
as
for your sake, subscribe.
for your sake,
For your sake, subscribe.
you're getting bold like I am.
New York rubbing off.
All right. Have a
Oh, and if you have questions, feel free to we'll get
harass
back to you.
me.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
if I like the question, I'll
Yeah.
get back to you.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, we will.
I'll try. All right. Have a great night, you guys.
See you later.
Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, be awesome, and we'll talk to you later.
Bye bye.
Bye.